Allegedly, today is the day that Xbox proves they're not dead. I don't know how that's gonna work out for them, but apparently that's what they're supposed to be doing. So hi guys, welcome to the live stream. Hope you are doing good. In about 10 minutes, well 9 minutes and 14 seconds apparently, they're going to be announcing the Oblivion remake. Right? Surely. We know most of the games that are being shown off today. They've announced 4 and they're supposed, or no, they've announced 3 and they're supposed to be 4, or 4 and they're supposed to be 5. The main one that I'm excited for is obviously Doom: The Dark Ages, but spoiler alert, the release date has already been leaked. It's May 15th, allegedly. Don't take this stream down, Xbox. I'm one of your only fans. So, yeah. Basically, all the reason why we're here has already been leaked, but that's fine. I'm excited for Doom. The other games are South of Midnight, which is the next Sweet Baby Inc. game. I haven't really been that excited for it because all of the teasers and trailers for it have sucked. It just doesn't look like a game a lot of people are going to like. I think the visual style is okay, but the performance during the trailers was absolutely terrible. Like, we're talking 15, 20 FPS at times. So that's a major issue. And we don't know much about the story, except for it's probably gonna be bad because it's a Sweet Baby game. Maybe it'll be amazing. What do I know? Maybe compulsion games will really knock it out of the park. I don't think so. And Claire, what is it called? Claire Obscure Expedition 33. We need, first of all, we need to chill on the names of games. We need to go back to like 1, maybe 2 words. I'm not talking about having to mention the names of games like How to Meet a Girlfriend in a Dungeon. These names are too long. But that is another game that there's been a lot of hype for, but they went for years without talking about it, which is never a good sign. Maybe now it's finally almost ready. It doesn't have a release date yet, so maybe today they will actually give one. It was supposed to come out in 2024, and then it was supposed to come out in 2025. Maybe it will come out this year, though always stay skeptical. Expedition 33 visually looks really cool. It's been a couple of months since we've seen a trailer, but I remember, I think, as long as I'm thinking of the right game, the UI or the menus looked a little bit funky, but hopefully that ends up being really cool. It looked interesting enough, but unless a game has a release date, I really don't get that excited for it because, well, how long have we been waiting for Elder Scrolls 6 and GTA 6 and Winds of Winter? You know, you can't really get excited. But, yeah. And then that is all that we know. They do have a surprise, and I think it was Jeff Keighley. Even when he's not at this event, he's at this event. He had said that it was a return to a beloved franchise. So, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Hopefully it's something good. But either way, we'll see what they have to offer in about 5 minutes. If you guys have any predictions, let me know. I know that we're all coping over them bringing back like Oblivion or something like that. Believe me, guys, I get it. But also, let's not cap. It's gonna be Silksong. We're never getting Silksong either. JD, thank you so much for the 15. Come on, Xbox. Hope there's something good for us. And let's hit your super chat goal early. Much appreciated. Yeah, apparently YouTube likes super chat goals, so I always set one. I don't know what to put forward, though. But thank you so much for the 15. Oh, yeah, that was another thing. Android just pointed it out. The devs, apparently, I don't know when they decided this. I first saw it yesterday. So this event's been set for months and, well, it's been set for years technically because every January, typically the second or third week of the month, they do a developer direct. That Ubisoft announced 2 days ago or yesterday. I first saw it yesterday, but people had already been talking about it. They're doing, right now, they're doing an Assassin's Creed event. Why you would schedule an Assassin's Creed event over a developer direct is mind-boggling. Why not wait until the event is done? Like, you already know what time it's going to be. These events are typically an hour long, 45 minutes to an hour long. So why would you do that, Ubisoft? Why would you do that? You guys are already struggling. That's just such a bad look. I don't care. I think it's funny because, well, if they want to act stupid, I'm not gonna be sad for them. But for the few people out there, I mean, Assassin's Creed is a big franchise. I'm not gonna cap. I still don't think it's going to sell crazy. I don't think Shadows is going to sell crazy because of the controversy. I'm sure it'll still sell well. I've said this in every time I talk about the game. But you're just dividing your potential customer base when you could have waited a singular hour. It's just a very bad look. Halo 3 anniversary. I don't want to talk about Halo anymore. I thought Infinite was pretty good, but after years and years of Halo fails, and then their new Halo leadership, no. Halo's dead. And that makes me sad. Kingdom Come Deliverance, we won't be seeing Kingdom Come Deliverance today. The developers are doing a preview stream. I think they're showing the first, 4 hours of the game. So that's not going to happen. Odie47, thank you so much for becoming a Bronze Titan. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Oh, also, guys, I will be doing a discussion stream later. I know, 2 weeks in a row. That is insane. That's crazy. I know, right? I'll be doing a discussion stream later because there's a ton of different things to discuss. So, yeah. This stream, then probably a video, and then that later on. I'm most excited for Doom, though, obviously. And I bet we'll only see like 30 seconds of Doom, and then that's going to be it. We'll see. Maybe Xbox will surprise us. Are they announcing a new acquisition? Maybe. Celeste playthrough when? How long is Celeste? I have no idea, actually. Sonic, thank you for the 1 month as a Bronze Titan. Am I a positive member of your community? Absolutely. But thank you for the support. All right, guys, 35 seconds. We have to shut the Doom music off. Let's listen to the, I'm assuming, gay music they have. Yep. This is a Doom event, and they're not playing Doom. I'm sorry. Xbox fell off. All right. Who's ready for them to announce the 47th ESO expansion? Oh, that's very loud. All right, I'll turn it down. That should be better. All right. All games you are about to see are in development and do not represent final products. So when you attack us on social media, just know you're attacking an unfinished game. Thank you. I appreciate that. Enjoy the show. I will. If you deliver. All right. USA and Canada. Canada's still around? Damn. Thought that was old news. Uh-oh. We're getting all the ratings. Did they just have a section in their office that said the future? For studios. Straight from the devs. Well, they put Canada because South of Midnight's Compulsion Games is in Canada. They're working with Sweet Baby. I bet it is Sweet Baby. Okay. I'd rather them sit and talk to developers for like 20 minutes than just show random clips of people. Like, if you want to give your devs attention, that's perfectly fine. But have them talking about video games. That thing that they're hired to do. Whoa, it's water! Okay, now this sounds quiet. Whoa. How to Train Your Dragon, the video game? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chill out. Okay.
こんにちは、コエテクモゲームスチーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただいてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですが、こちらをご覧ください。
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain.
That's one sick shot.
The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission.
Rip Platinum Games. By the way. I just turned it up a little bit.
No escape.
It should be good now. Whoa, it's Stellar Blade. That shot will always remind me of Stellar Blade now. This looks fucking sick. I'm in. Xbox is back. You guys should completely surprise us and shadow drop this today. Is that a woman in a video game? I thought they weren't allowed. I'm in. This looks fucking sick. An actual gameplay.
Whatever your clan is plotting, it ends here. So you've come, Raven.
Fuck off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
Woo! What a
世界中の町人の皆さん
trailer.
10年以上大変お待たせしました。最強の忍者となり容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。
I guess we know what Platinum Games has been up to.
プラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生
Rip
み出してこら
Bayonetta
れました。
and Nier now. They're too busy
忍者ガ
doing
イデン4
this.
というタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。
This
先ほど
is
ご覧いた
not
だ
a
いた映像の
Western
中で
game.
竜ハヤブサも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、竜ハヤブサが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
物語は黒竜がもたらした正気の雨によって荒廃した首都東京が舞台となっています。この雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。今作の新主人公であり、ハヤブサと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
Oh, I just saw myself die 4 times at
これ
that
まで
spot.
忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承
What?
し、
A
そこにさらに
hardcore
危機を感じ
atmosphere?
さ
What
せ
about
る
the
要素として
casuals?
呪いや
How are they
より
supposed to play
混沌と
this?
した
Where's
景観の
Journo
デザインを
mode?
取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。前作より立体的に自由度の増した危険に満ちたステージを
Ah,
リン
great
グ
for
や
me.
シリーズ
I
おなじみの対
love
峙など
verticality in
忍
video
者アクションを
games.
駆使
My
して
favorite
乗り越えてい
feature.
くことになります。レールアクション、スイングアクション
This
な
looks
どの
so
ダイナミック
fucking
で爽快
sick.
なシチュエーションを多く追加しました。これら以外にも
Devs
様々な
actually
シチュエーションや
showing
チャレンジ、
gameplay.
隠
We're
され
so
たアイテムな
back.
どを用意しており、ステージが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
新しい主人公のヤクモは竜ハヤブサに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者ガイデンシリーズにおける忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、
Those look pretty
そ
cool.
してもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、 新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、続報にご期待ください。
Like
従来のシリーズからバトルスピードをさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。さらにヤクモが使える新要素、結節忍術ヌエの型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃に
yeah,
よ
it
っ
looks
て
super fast
これまで
paced.
から大きく進化した1対他の戦闘を可能にしま
Lots
した。
of AoE.
ヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です。プレイヤー同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。
Intense and fair
敵の動
combat
きをしっかりと捉
scenarios.
えながら、
Journos
一
are
瞬の
out.
隙を逃さずに攻
I
撃
can
を仕掛
already
けていくことが重要です。
Hear them
ヌエの方によって
yapping,
忍者
writing
ガイデン
hit
のアクション
pieces
の
as
味わ
we
いに
speak.
さらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
Where are the accessibility features of very easy story mode?
特にアクションに関しては手触り、バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや、滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。
Yeah, they both look really fun.
ヤクモ、そして竜ハヤブサの双方で飛燕、伊豆名落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ、新アクションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。
Coming out
忍
in
者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く
2028.
残っている歯ごたえやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承、さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションや
Platinum Games has always
ダイナ
done
ミ
a
ック
really
な
great
演出を
job.
取り入れ、進化した正
Except
当
for
続
with
編を
Bayonetta
作り上げ
3
るべ
rip
く
that
総力を
game.
挙げて開発を進めております。
容赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にも
Gameplay-wise, it was
フェア
still
に
really
戦え
good.
る手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触って
I'm
いただけ
ready.
る日を
You can
楽
launch
しみ
it
にしてい
today.
ます。
Thanks.
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に
We
楽し
should
め
do a
る作品
stream
になっておりますので、
marathon.
ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年に
Leading
わ
up
た
to
って
this
プ
release.
ラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで忍者ガイデン4の開発を進めてきましたが、ついに発表することができて非常に嬉しく思います。2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみにしてい
Fall
ま
of
す。
this
続
year?
報にもぜひ
We
ご
don't
期
have
待くだ
to
さ
wait
い。
8 years? Oh my god. We don't have to wait half our lifetimes for
さ
this
て
to come
本日お
out.
伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません。
Cinema.
こちらを
Absolute
ご覧く
cinema.
ださい。
That was great. Coming to the Switch.
My path leads through
It looks so good.
And thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
Genshin. Go back to hell.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
Yeah.
忍者 ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に
I'm ready to
Xbox 360
swipe my
で発売
credit
し、
card.
バイオレンスな表現とハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新、忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。美麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、竜はやぶさに加え、綾音、もみじ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日、
Playable
コンソール、PC、そして
characters
Xbox ゲームパスでこの後すぐに発売となります。忍者ガイデンシリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、
Chill out. We did get a shadow
皆
drop.
様も忍者ガイデン
Holy
4の発売
fuck.
前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。
Pretty fucking hog.
今年はチーム忍者創立
that looks
30周年の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4
I'll
を
buy
含め
both. Thank you.
2025年は忍者の年、いやお忍者となります。
2025. We don't have to wait a
ぜひ
million
忍者ガイデンシリーズの
years.
展開にご
That's
注目ください。
nice.
本日はありがとうございました。
And the shadow drop? That's pretty fucking crazy. Alright. God damn. Now we have to go watch South of Midnight. The event's over. Just give me Doom and I'll end stream. The 10 FPS game. What a great way to highlight the difference between Japanese devs
At our studio,
and
we care about
Canadian
world building,
devs.
and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own.
I would be
From the magical
embarrassed.
noir of contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few, we draw inspiration from the landscape to shape mood, drama,
Wowza.
and intrigue. For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist.
I don't think that
So while our
visually it's
protagonist Hazel
bad,
is at the forefront of our story,
but the trailers are
macabre
always
elements
such
and
like
larger-than-life
low
creatures that will
quality.
leave a mark on her journey and growth.
Also, no Fable today.
Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shit, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
We wouldn't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
No.
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her
What
into
is
a
with this
darkly
modern
magical
trend
world
of
where
taking
she
gorgeous
learns who she
women
is
and then
and
butchering them
how
when
to
you
tap
put
into
them
it.
in a game?
An ancient magical power that
We
redefines
have
the
to
trajectory of
stop!
life.
The land itself
We've got to
chooses
stop
Hazel as
this.
a weaver,
You guys are doing it intentionally
someone
now.
who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our worlds, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
As Hazel discovers her power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
You up here, my salvation.
Among them is good old Catfish.
I don't get
The
it.
storyteller who
She's
becomes
super
both the
pretty.
guide
Why
and
did she
companion
look
for
like
Hazel
that
across
in the
the
game?
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself. Would you kindly do your
Please
weaver
give me
thing and
5
let me
more
down?
FPS. If you can make this 20
Using
FPS,
Catfish
I'd
marks
be
the
happy.
beginning of Hazel's journey. All of
I can't
Hazel's
take it.
arsenal and powers
I
are
think it
designed
just
around
goes
textile
along with
crafting
the
and
art
traditional
style,
spinning
but
wheels.
it
Her weapons
drives me
include a
fucking
spindle,
insane.
2 weaving hooks,
Every trailer
and a
has been
distaff.
like this.
Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These Haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
At least there's not
Each
some
Aint has its own
super
unique moveset,
ugly UI,
strengths, and
I
weaknesses
guess.
that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar, while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to
I
execute
love
powerful
Forspoken
combos,
too.
jump
Flintlock 2 is
attacks,
gonna be insane.
and charge attacks. But close combat is risky
I'm
and can
thinking
backfire because Aints are
500
powerful defensive
players
abilities.
max.
Mastering your magical skills becomes the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight.
For
Timing
sure.
is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos, push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free
I love
of their
15
clutch,
FPS,
which has
$70
the added
games.
benefit of providing elbows.
It's honestly
and
the
reducing
future of
ability
the
cooldowns.
industry, if you didn't know.
If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities. As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize.
Prioritize?
The
There's
upgrades
only
will
10
change how you
abilities
approach
there. You're telling me I'm not gonna get all those in the first 2 hours?
Or refining push and pull skills to improve precision and make them feel more rewarding. The combat system is fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks, landing precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around?
You can see
I
every
have
place
to
on
close my
my
eyes at the
terrorized and
cutscenes.
more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by
Sweet
collecting
baby,
fragments of
ladies
haunted
and
memories.
gentlemen.
We call these
They're
echoes,
doing good work
which
if you
reveal
can't
each creature's
tell.
past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind of person would do that to someone?
We design each region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it.
Sir,
From the
your
atmospheric
frames are
environment
showing.
to unique music themes composed for each one. While not all encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflects the uniqueness of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center around a specific thematic.
I'm not even playing
These
the game and I'm
encounters feature
already
multiple
sick of the
phases that
performance.
ramp up in complexity. As the encounters progress, the musical theme builds up, cranking the tension alongside the fight. Whether it's Two-Toed Tom or hugging Molly, each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
We got a long
Yeah, we
journey
saw
ahead.
that battle. I think it was
South
what,
of
Summer
Midnight
Games Fest?
unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rugolo.
I
And
mean,
as
even
Hazel
the
delves
music
deeper,
is just a bizarre
reality bends
choice.
ever more toward the fantastic.
The history,
I'm just a hater,
landscape,
I
and
guess.
folklore of the American Deep South fill
I
our
don't think we
world,
should be
and our
buying
team has infused the game with
$70
thoughtful details and
games with
environmental
10
storytelling,
FPS,
like our
awful
bottle trees
music,
and Haint Blue
mediocre
porches, which are
character
said to ward
designs,
off
and
evil
10
spirits.
spells. I just don't
The
think
weight
that's
of the past
acceptable.
emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
That's why I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation, which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone into every prop and character.
Like, I think some of the those designs look decent.
We embrace the freedom to reimagine
besides,
these creatures
the
and their
boss
stories,
designs,
to adapt how they look and to craft our own version of a fantastical Deep South.
I'm just not wowed by anything else. Thank you, Shinemoon, for the 26 months.
We love to craft
Wait till you see how bad the
central
PC
themes.
port is. Yeah, it's gonna be terrible.
We're lucky to have talent across all our disciplines that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique personality.
Thank you, Adam, for the 5.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th, and pre-orders are now available on Xbox and Steam.
I mean, I'm gonna stream it, but only because it's Game Pass. Adam, thank you for the 5. Yeah, imagine having to pay $100 for that. This is Expedition 33. Team Ninja to Compulsion Games was wild. That was a wild choice.
Bonjour everyone. We are Sunfall Interactive and welcome to our manor.
Hello.
We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's a turn-based RPG set in a fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs
Yep,
with
they've been
turn-based
working
combat
on
I
this
grew
game
up
for a
with
long
and loved,
time.
but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling world. I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements,
Thank you for
the
the
vision
2.
started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative
No
vision.
investment dollars,
And
though,
we
right?
have that defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love, and a world that is
Thanks,
completely
MPC.
original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Sunfall Interactive on these tenets. A group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
Just friends, surely.
Your legacy. Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
I mean, it does look good.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We
I
wanted our
wanna
story
see
to feel dark and mature,
consistent
with adult characters
gameplay,
who
like
feel
2
real
minutes or
people
3 minutes
with
of
real
gameplay.
experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both
Thank
to
you for
each
the
other
tip.
and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
My YouTube
In a
just
world
broke.
like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate?
You don't.
What
You
duty do we
murder.
owe to each other or to ourselves?
Oh, yeah.
These questions are
Make it
deeply
about
personal
ourselves.
to
We
me,
love that.
and they permeate the story behind the story.
Haruna?
Know that Lumiere
They got
fights
Haruna
with
for this
you.
game.
Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustav and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover.
Is this gonna
every
be a game with 5 hours of gameplay and then 30 hours of
His darkest
cutscene?
days have already
Because
happened.
that's how I'm really
What are the
feeling
stars
right
whispering
now.
to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
Funny enough, I don't show up to these
Mael,
events to
who
buy
cares more
movies.
about really living her life,
I'm fine
not
with
just living longer.
games that have a
Real.
lot of cinematics.
Real.
But can we get some gameplay, please?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they
Thank
meet
you,
various
NPC, for the
colorful
tip.
NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
That's kind of cool. Not that it's unique.
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Jest Troll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Jest Trolls across the game. And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Esquier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world. And if you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition.
I guess I
and
just
each
don't
of them
understand
has their
the
own story
theme
arc
here.
and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
It seems like a Mod Podge between like
In addition to a strong
fantasy
narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay.
kind of like
Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love
I
and
don't
adds a
wanna-
real-time reaction,
I don't want to talk over the 2 seconds I care about.
which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism. During enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time. But balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with
It's
items
Steam,
and strategies.
Magic, Final Fantasy
A
7,
big part of
Fantasy.
that formula
Like
lies in the many ways
it
you
doesn't
can customize your character.
feel like a cohesive theme.
We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill
It reminds
trees.
me of Immortals of
Our philosophy is
Avium.
making every type of playstyle viable so that
Which is
everyone can
not
have
a
fun with how they
compliment.
play the game. Each character has a unique mechanic. Mael switches between stances which can alternately boost defense or power. I personally
That
like
looks
to make
sick.
Mael the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills.
2
The characters
FPS.
can also equip hundreds of passive
Where are the
effects,
frames
which in our
today?
game are called Lumina. Every character has more than 20 unique skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects they can gain through Lumina and weapons. So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Okay.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestural Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrals are like. The Gestral Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrals, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white.
I can
I
tell.
wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths
I
in
don't
case
know
enemies
if I
get
would
in.
say Death in Labyrinths is cozy.
Same process with the
To each
characters.
their own, though.
Minoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Gestral.
For Eske, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas.
I don't know, a
and the visuals
dragon would have
grow
been
organically
cool.
from there.
From the very start of the
Just
project,
saying.
there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map.
Oh
And it
my
was a real
god,
challenge
there's
to
a
create, both
map?
artistically and
Holy
technically.
fuck!
And it ended up a lot bigger than
I
we
haven't
expected.
seen a map in a
You'll
game
definitely need
since
a studio
yesterday.
traveling around. We're super happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side paths.
If that's
and
what you're
entire hidden
getting
levels.
excited
If
to
you want
make,
to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have
insane.
to explore. Good luck.
Wrap it up!
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game
Wow.
for the past 4
What a
years.
day!
That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S.
That's
and
2
is
games in
available
April
day
for
one with
Xbox.
Xbox Game Pass.
Xbox,
You
listen.
can already wish the game and follow us for more info.
Listen, Xbox,
We
you
are
only release
super
4
excited
games a
to invite
year!
you into the world of Expedition 33.
You
We are
can't
a
release
small,
them all
passionate
together.
team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story, our world, and our take on the turn-based genre. On behalf of everyone at Sunfall, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
There was more there that I was excited to see than with South of Midnight, but I felt like they showed way too much movie and not enough game. Ninja Gaiden was sick. Doom is sick. South of Midnight, not so sick.
Hello, and welcome
I'm
to
fucking
Dallas,
hyped
Texas, home
for Doom.
of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters.
Mhm.
A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on its tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid, I mouthed the words.
Okay.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
Nice.
Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full
I'm
of locations
ready.
to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer.
No
This is a prequel to
journos
Doom 2016,
allowed.
and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with
That's
the
never a
combat.
good saying. It's a return to form.
In
Why
Doom
did you have to
Eternal, You felt
return?
like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank.
I'm ready.
Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal. And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
I'm so fucking hyped for the shield saw.
Throw. Parry. Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Woo.
And the Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created at id. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail? Or maybe an electrified gauntlet? Or even a Doom spiked mace? That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome. And you can
It is
finish off the
totally
demons
awesome.
now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger.
Yeah.
That's right, we've saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns, and Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created. Mean. Ancient. Brutal torture machines, built to butcher, impale, and shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen,
I can't
insanely
wait to
fun-to-use
see the
tools of
meltdowns.
mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these
Please.
medieval
Thank
mechanics
you.
synergize
Holy
with the
fuck.
enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom:
Extended
The Dark Ages.
gameplay? We don't see that anymore. The music is also perfect.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best.
I know we
You can
joke
slow
about
things
journo
down,
mode,
or speed them up. It's a
But
Doom for all slayers.
having an in-depth
And the
system
gameplay doesn't
where you
end
can
with
tweak
just
the
the Slayer.
gameplay to be exactly how you want, it's pretty
finally
cool.
have for you. You've been waiting for 2 games now to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlas, which is a mech. It's the size of a building. It's powerful, and you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists. And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon.
Game of the year.
Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite
Wrap
of
it up.
abilities and even
We
mini
don't
boss.
need anything
The
else to
spectacle
release
is
this
epic.
year.
The Power Fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in, and the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun. And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration,
looked
you'll be
really
unlocking
cool.
new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game.
Water
Where you
temple.
go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates, because the battle isn't over yet. And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend
I can barely
of the Slayer
hear
with
you,
every
sir.
mission you complete. And speaking of that
It's
legend,
it sounds like
the
it's
story of Doom: The Dark
semi-open
Ages, like everything
world.
else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster
I wonder
event
how
with
much you'll
everything on the
actually
line,
be able
and
to
you
use the
are star of the
mounts
show.
and the mechs.
Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With
Oh
the
my God,
Slayer
thank you for the two.
imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into
You
the
don't
cutscenes,
need to always
featuring
make games for new
characters,
players.
old allies, and powerful new villains.
Just
And
saying.
for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make, and make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is
Will
for
it
you to
be?
decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases,
I mean, it was already leaked. Like I said, I'll be streaming it day one. I'm excited for it. It looked pretty good. Alright, that should be the end of the event. Unless they have anything else. Those were the main 4.
You will feel like the super weapon in the center of a medieval war
May
against
15th.
All of Hazel's powers
April
are designed
8th.
around textile crafting and spinning wheels. The combat system is built around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
Our reactive
April
turn-based system has a
24th.
real-time reaction, which gives combat
That's a
greater
lot of
intensity.
games at once for Xbox. What the fuck else is gonna come out the end of the year? And then Ninja Gaiden 2 came out today, and then 4 comes out. Who knows when exactly, but in the fall. That was a pretty good event. Rip everyone's hopes and dreams of an Oblivion remake. I hate to say I told you so, but I did kind of tell you so. There was never a fucking shot that they were going to announce that because they're not making it. That was a really... hold on a second. That was a pretty solid event. I mean, it is kind of a toss-up between 4 and Dark Ages. Because they both looked really good. But the other 2 games, I'm not a big fan of South of Midnight. Every teaser and trailer we've seen has been in like, I don't know, 10 FPS. The game only has a handful of abilities. It's only got 3 abilities and then a couple of upgrades on the skill trees. The boss fights look like the boss designs look kind of cool, but the boss fights themselves just seem that they're gimmicks. 4 obviously looks really, really cool. Definitely going to be probably a Game of the Year contender. I don't know, don't quote me, but the 5 minutes we saw of it was absolutely top tier. In Expedition 33, I feel like I've been on kind of a roller coaster because initially I was pretty hyped for it. And then at Summer Games Fest or right around there, we saw another teaser. And I was like, okay, that wasn't as strong as the official announcement. And now, after this segment, I feel even more confused. I don't know how to feel about the theme. It feels very disjointed. We only got a tiny bit of information on the story, but we saw so much cinematic that to me, it just kind of feels like it's a movie game. And I'm fine with, like, a lot of cutscenes in games as long as the story is good, and then on the flip side, like, the gameplay is really phenomenal and it runs really well. And yeah, it's just like innovative, but I don't know. I think as time's gone on, I've become a little bit less excited for Expedition 33. I am going to be streaming all of these games. So, hopefully the 2 that we're expecting to be amazing will be amazing. But I think that obviously there are 2 very clear winners here. And, well, Sweet Baby Ink is gonna lose big again. Hey, I'm not too sad about that. Doom got name recognition, but 4 with the decapitations and gore and stuff, but they're going to have to compete with Monster Hunter Wilds for Game of the Year. At least from what has been announced so far, allegedly, as long as everything comes out today, this year, Game of the Year contenders I wanna cope, and I wanna cap and say that surely GTA is going to come out. I don't think so. For me, this year, Doom and Ninja are definitely going to be top contenders, though. For sure. I mean, we don't know what else Nintendo's gonna launch. We know that, like, Mario Kart 9 is going to be a thing. But South of Midnight and Expedition, I don't... There's no shot that they're going to be anybody's favorite games of the year. I just don't think so. Hope you got the disclaimer you used when you played Veilguard. Oh, yeah, I have that. I have that ready to go. Yes, South of Midnight is confirmed to be SBI. So. Great news. All right, Vara, rate the games now. Yes, guys, I have just played through all of these games, and I will give a rating. Oh, yeah. Black going on. I think it's a Game Pass. I think it's Game Pass, but Ninja Gaiden 2 Black being at least shadow drop today is crazy. When we had heard the leaks for the release dates, we didn't hear anything about that. Yeah, Nintendo, if they release the Switch 2 and Twilight Princess, Game of the Year. Twilight Princess, Game of the Year. Nothing else has to launch. I'm like 95% sure, though, that at least these two will be in the Game of the Year runnings. Did you watch the Phantom Blade Zero trailer? I did watch that. I don't know how to feel about the music. The music is very badass. I don't know if it fits, but it was a good trailer all around. Vara confirmed time traveler? Yes. Yes. Sorry to break the news to you this way. What if Skyrim 2 comes out, though? You mean Elder Scrolls 6? We're never getting that at this rate. Late, yeah, the event just got done. We're just talking about it for a few more minutes. And then tonight, during the discussion stream, I'll probably end up talking about these again. We'll see what the reaction is. I think that this event was pretty good, but I also am being honest when I say this. Expedition 33 and South of Midnight could not have shown up and my score would have been exactly the same. Because I've been hyped for Doom. We didn't know either of the Ninja games were going to show up today. But very hype. Oh, we all know Vara's a time traveler? Yes, you did miss Doom. The event just got done. These events are always short. Well, not all of the gaming events, but developer directs are usually an hour to an hour and a half. Let's be honest, it's hard to be hyped for most modern games. Oh yeah, absolutely. There are ones that I am naturally more excited for, but that's just because they're established franchises. But even so, I am always skeptical. Hi everyone, I think I'm too late. It just got done. Who's playing the Eternal Strand demo? I like never play demos. There are a couple that I do want to play though. Like AI Limit. Eternal Strand, I don't remember what that game is. Oh, I do remember seeing that. But I didn't have any intention of playing the demo. I'll look into it afterwards though. It reminds me of Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. And FromSoft I trust. I trust FromSoft as well, but it's still very hard to trust studios because they still could disappoint. Oh yeah, the Assassin's Creed Shadows event is supposed to be going on. Great. What do you think about Assassin's Creed Shadows? I've made a couple of videos on it. I will stream it, though I'm not hyped for it. You need to be worried if it gets toned down with both the gore and if the female characters are censored. For what? Yeah, for what game? Trust but verify? Yeah, that's why I stream most of the games that I talk about. Obviously, I can't stream them all because there's too many games that release. But I think it's important for the ones that I primarily am talking about to give them a chance. Because sometimes you end up being pleasantly surprised. Oh, Ninja? I mean, there was so much fucking gore there. There's... That is not toned down in any way, shape, or form. I mean, unless they change things before launch, which could always be the case. Oh yeah, First Berserker Kazan is also another demo that I was considering streaming. That's a game I'm also very hyped for. If it ends up being as good as I think it has looked, that could also be a Game of the Year contender. And then, of course, I don't even need to say it, Night Rain is going to be in one of the slots. I didn't see the trailer. Oh yeah, it was filled to the brim with gore and violence. So at least in that regard, unless they change things, that's not going to be a worry. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, any comments, feel free to leave them in chat. I'll be wrapping up stream in just a few. I will be doing a discussion stream later tonight. So we'll probably end up talking about these more. Still no State of Decay 3? No. We knew that there was only going to be 4 games shown at this event, so it's not like it was a Summer Games Fest, you know, event where there's 5 trillion different things being shown. I don't remember what the games for last year were. Stupid, 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 and stupid. Xbox Developer Direct 2024. No. I don't want 2025. I remember for a fact that Hellblade was one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ara History Untold. Did anybody play that? No. Avowed. It was supposed to come out in fall 2024. That didn't happen. It comes out in a month. Is that going to be good? Probably not. Visions of Mana. We haven't finished streaming yet. I've got 1 stream left of it. It's been pretty good. Definitely not like an amazing game. It's good enough. It's fun. But also definitely is not something that could carry Xbox. Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga. 5 hours. 5 hours in what, like 8 years or 7 years wait? No. And then Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which also was pretty good. It wasn't the best game though. So those were last year's. Yeah. Doom and Ninja look cool. Elder Scrolls 6 will be corporate ugly slop. Maybe. Never doubt a company's ability to fuck things up and disappoint. By the way, no Fable. I thought Fable was supposed to be coming out this year. Yeah. I mean, initially they said it's still technically on Wikipedia as 2025 as the release date. Don't you think that that would be like a mega game if they were really releasing it this year? I mean, it was announced 5 years ago now. It's supposed to be launching in 2025, but they didn't show it. Yikes. I don't think that project's going very well for them. I will be streaming Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 at launch. Yep, that's the plan. But you made the game good because you streamed it. About the only thing I liked about the Indiana Jones game. It wasn't awful, but there were just a lot of things that I wasn't a big fan of. Like the story turn with a character like Gina, and the first person was still really weird. I've played Prey, but I've never streamed Prey. If the Fable character still looks the way it did, it will still look the same. I don't think they're going to change it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Vara always tells us we don't have to if we didn't like, but we like the few things she showed off. Well, thank Xbox. Say thank you, Microsoft. Don't thank Microsoft. Microsoft fucking sucks. Oh, don't ban me. Please don't ban my accounts. I'm one of your only fans, okay? I'm one of the only dumb fucks that still defends you guys. Don't ban me. Thank you. Do people even still want Fable? I don't know. I feel like there's been so much negativity surrounding it that I'm sure that there are people out there who are not really that excited for it anymore when they initially were. But I also feel like we haven't seen enough for like lifelong, well, I don't know, because people will defend a brand tooth and nail until the end of time. But I also feel like there are so many established fans who were disappointed with what they saw. So we'll see. Maybe it will come out. It was supposed to come out in 2025. They didn't highlight it at all. You'd think they would have given us a little bit of information, but they didn't. Hellblade 2 is the biggest letdown of 2024. It was one of the bigger letdowns. I was very excited for it initially because I really enjoyed the first game, and, well, they didn't innovate. And they just really disappointed. Not shocked. That's what happens when you shove a bunch of money into a project and wait years and years and years for something. And then it's a 5-hour experience. It was boring. The first one, I felt, had a good balance between this, like, emotional depth and action. And this one was just supposed to be, oh, she's feeling bad about herself. And oh, she is sad. And maybe there's a tiny bit of action. And you're also crawling through caves every 30 seconds. And then she's hallucinating while in the cave. And then she turns around in the little crawl space and then sees something at her feet and then runs. And then there's nothing there. It's like, okay, we get it. You can do that 10 times after 30. I'm not defending you anymore. It's kind of disappointing that the best here were sequels, but it is what it is. Yeah. South of Midnight with its 10 FPS, Expedition 33 with its wacky themes, and then sequels. But, alright guys. With that being said, that's gonna be the end of the stream. I'm excited for, well, technically 3 of the games. And then South of Midnight and Expedition 33 were only mid. I will be streaming all of them when they initially release. And I'll probably put up a video in a little while on Veilguard, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be doing a discussion stream. We might talk about these games more, but I'll be talking about Veilguard. I'll be talking about Wukong and how the media is attacking it yet again, saying that the win that it got for Steam was bad, and how Astrobot winning and the backlash to Astrobot winning Game of the Year highlights a much bigger problem. If you can guess, it's about harassment and hatred in the industry and not believing the sexist claims made about them. Classic, classic. I'll be talking about, I don't know, other stuff. I hope that helps. So yeah, that's the plan. Rover, thank you so much for the $49.99 right at the end of the first stream of the day. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I thought the 2 games, technically 3, were pretty good looking. And, well, if any of the ones on this list look exciting to you, I'll be streaming them all. But yeah, whenever the next event is, I'll also be streaming that. Who knows? First few months of the year, typically there's not many game showcases. Whenever it happens, I'll be here highlighting them. But yeah, guys, before you head on out, check out the links in the description. Follow me on social media. Join the Discord if you're not already a part of it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for stopping by, and have a very good rest of your day until I see you all later, because you're definitely going to stop by the second stream.